Pilih dia punya risk index dia. Okey, kita letak dia somewhere to the side dia. Kita refer balik. Okey. So, sekarang kita lihat event apa? You nak event yang sama?
Boleh saya event yang sama, sir.
Okay, event will be 5 kilometer virtual run. Okay, apa potential hazards? Kita pilih daripada input tadi. Kita tengok apa potential hazards. Komiti? Komiti ada hazard tak? Apa konsekuensi? Apa hazard komiti? No commitment. Betul tak?
Betul.
Ha,
Betul, sir.
banyak berlaku kan?
True.
Cantik je tapi tak committed. Janji macam-macam. Betul? Apa konsekuensi dia? So kita kena tengok. Sebab tu saya cakap tadi sebagai leader, bila you pilih komiti, you kena ambil orang yang kompeten dan orang yang ada komitmen. Okay. Kita lihat isu ni. Komiti consequences apa berlaku?
Delay of work.
Delay. Okey, bagus. Delay. Potential cost.
Program running late.
Program late. Delay ni dah program running late dah. Delay ni, program running late ni benda yang sama. Tak apalah, kita delay, kita late. Apa masalah dia? Kenapa dia berlaku? Okey, komitmen komiti tak ada. Okey, sorry ya. Saya dah ter-advance. Okey. Komiti ada hazards. Okey, first consequences committee can cause delay to the program. Potential cost, kenapa berlaku? No commitment. Okay tak? Faham tak? So ini
Faham,
satu
sir.
isu saja. Komiti, kalau kita kata komiti tak ada hazards, ada hazard. Kalau you cakap komiti, mana ada hazard komiti? Yes, ada. Kenapa? Committee can cause delay to the program. Kenapa? Because no commitment. Likelihood dia. Okay, tengok sini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You pilih. You tahu komiti you. Rare, unlikely, moderate. You dah cakap tadi. Committee from any student. Nampak tak? Sebab tu saya tanya awal-awal tadi. You faham tak maksud saya? Apa bezanya kalau committee from any student, committee from SRC? Nampak tak? Sebab likelihood dia kalau SRC rare lah. Betul?
True, sir.
Because you committed, otherwise you will not be in the SRC. Betul? Tapi you pilih komiti yang bukan SRC. Mana-mana student you pick saja. Maybe
Usually
moderate.
we have interview, sir.
Interview tu mitigation. You dah buat mitigation tapi tak tahu kenapa you kena buat mitigation. You dah semua dalam kepala you memang dah ada. Tapi boleh tanya balik, why you do this? You tak jawab. Jawapannya di sini. Okay, sekarang kita be fair. Komiti komitmen ni, apa nombor you nak bagi? I tak boleh bagi nombor.
Sir, moderate.
Moderate 3. Okay. Sama kata 3. Severity dia bagaimana? consequences dia ni. Consequences, severity benda yang sama. Let me bring this one here. Significant, catastrophic. Okay, kalau you minta nasihat saya, 5 km virtual run ni ada time period. You dah cakap dengan participant bila start, bila habis. Dan you ada print pula, you ada program nak print merchandise, you nak bagi merchandise. Kalau benda tu tak boleh bagi on time, delay, consequences dia apa?
Major.
Okay, major. 4 lah Ini real, benda yang you kena, benda yang akan berlaku dekat you. You katalah, ini yang you kata, so 12 lah, betul? You tengok 12 kat mana? Ada 12.
8 je.
Sorry. Likelihood 3. Severity
Moderate.
4. Moderate 3. So dia dalam, kat sini 24. Okay.
8 je.
8 je. The
8.
severity is 4
Okay.
under major.
Let me cari risk metric yang lain. Something wrong dekat sini. Ni yang betul. Sorry. Okay. 4 kali 3, 12. Betul? 4 kali 3, 12. So, merah ekstrim. Tak boleh. No go. Big issue. Yang orange ni, we have to do mitigations. Okay. Kalau yellow, ada mitigation. Maybe at the lower extent. Kalau hijau, no problem. Okay, sekarang you 12. Apa mitigation? You dah cakap dah, ada interview. Bila interview, you select. You adalah selection criteria you. Likelihood dia untuk non-commitment tadi, berapa sekarang? Rare, unlikely, possible. Kalau possible, tak payah interview lah. Tak ubah pun. So, you akan dapat good candidate. So, you akan say not rare lah, unlikely lah, 2 lah. Betul?
Betul.
Severity tak tukar. Whatever you do dalam case kita dah agree tadi, kalau benda ni berlaku, severity ni still moderate. Major, 4.
Ya, major.
So, indeks baru adalah 8. Dia ubah tak? Tak ubah sangat kan? Okay, sekarang ni macam ni you nak reduce kepada 4 ataupun bawah lagi. Dapat gajinya susah. So, apa lagi another mitigation yang you after interview? Ini leadership lah. Monitor lah komiti you. Buatlah meeting selalu. Okay. Buatlah meeting maybe 5 week, every week ke, every apa ke. Kalau tak ada face to face meeting, you buatlah virtual meeting. You monitor you punya commitment of the committee. Okay. Continuous mitigation. Okay, monitoring. Okay,
Prof,
that's fine.
maaf mencelah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tadi saya ada perasan Nur Syahira ada raise hand. Mungkin dia ada soalan.
Okay, soalan, please. Ada soalan? Can you follow this? Okay. Tak ada. Okay, next. Kita cuba next. Apa lagi yang ada isu? Promotion.
Prof.
Ya.
Nur Syahira dia tanya dekat chat. Dia cakap severity after mitigation will be the same kan?
Yes, will be the same.
Okay.
Because you cannot reduce it to whatever it is if you think the severity. For example, falling off the bike, get injured. That is the severity. Can you change that?
No.
So severity normally tak boleh. Kecuali you put extra. For example, you pakai helmet, pakai protection. Severity of injury can be reduced. Yes. But still injury. However, that can be reduced. Possibility to reduce, yes. But just interview, okay, may not be able to reduce the severity. Still having problem or delay. We're not sure the commitment will be given, even though you interview. Yes, you have filtered the candidate. It can be unlikely to occur. But if it occurs, still you have a problem. If that means that you have to change the program so that you will not get into this kind of hazards. Something you can modify the program. Contohnya, maybe you give more time. The program will extend to a longer period. So kalau komiti delay, dia tak ada masalah. Itu salah satu lah. Without any modification to the system, then the severity will remain. Okay, any soalan lagi? Kita cuba stop at 12. So that's why I say if someone has having the real thing, boleh buat sekarang. Tapi kalau tak sempat, nanti macam mana pun tak sempat nampaknya. That's why I like to face-to-face workshop. So everybody have their program now. At the end of the program, at the end of this course, sepatutnya you dah ada risk index, risk matrix, so report complete. Bila you run the program you dah boleh bentang lah. Tengok balik report dengan you punya risk matrix. Okay, next kita look at registrations. Pun ada hazards kan? Registration ni pun ada consequences. You may have system failure. Not system failure. Unable to register. Potential cause registration system failure. Likelihood to occur. You guna apa? Google Form. You guna WhatsApp. Apa lagi you guna? You guna IG.
Email.
Email. Okay. Now what is likelihood to occur?
Unlikely.
Unlikely or rare? How many times Google Form fail? Saya tak nak jumpa lagi lah. Ada? Saya tak nak jumpa lagi. Ada? Have you experienced Google Form fail?
Sometimes it's fail when we want to attach a picture. But for registration, I think there is no problem.
So
Because
now we talk about registration.
Ya.
So it's rare lah, satu.
Ya.
Okay. Cerita pasal Google Form dulu, satu. Satu. Okay. What happen if the fail to register? Consequences, negligible, minor, moderate, major, catastrophic.
Moderate.
Moderate. Kalau saya tak boleh register, apa yang berlaku? How severe it be? Tak participate je lah kan?
Yep.
Kurang participant.
Kurang participant. Is it participant is important to you?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Without participants, the event would not run smoothly.
Memeriahkan event.
Okay. Tapi you ada fee kan?
Yes.
Bukan itu yang priority dia. Unable to collect enough fee.
Yep.
You need enough fee to run, to buat merchandise, nak buat t-shirt, betul?
Betul?
You tak boleh order t-shirt tu as you like. You must order certain volume, betul? For the price.
Betul.
So that is the priority of the severity tu. Less collection of fee. Betul?
Betul.
So moderate ke minor? Kalau you tak ada duit langsung, memang grant tak ada, all the fee will go to run the program, then 3 lah or 4. Okay. Sekarang dalam situasi you sekarang ni, adakah duit paling penting atau participant yang paling penting? Kita nak cerita pasal revenue collections. So revenue collection bila kurang, you akan rasa negligible, minor, moderate, major, catastrophic. Kalau kata niat nak bagi kata 5,000, pada saya kalau ROI jadi negligible lah, saya ada duit lah. Kalau you kata tak ada duit 1 sen pun, everything you need the money to run it, you boleh kata major. So dalam situasi you sekarang, real, sebab tu kita tak boleh orang lain yang cakap benda ni. Orang yang akan run the program tu yang kena bagi input. Dipanggil if you nak run risk management assessment, you tak boleh run. You bukan kepala you tak boleh put the number you own. You must collect the information, maybe through meeting ke, you have to go to the source. Sekarang ni you are the committee, so I tanya committee. Dalam committee in your opinion, kalau register tak boleh, dia jadi apa? Dan bagi
Maybe it's moderate because berkaitan dengan fees.
so 3.
Yep.
1 kali 3, 3.
Yep.
Okay. 3 dekat mana? Kena mitigate tak? 3 di mana?
Yang rare.
Ni.
Bawah lagi se. Low.
Low. So low, no mitigation require. Kalau green, okay, mitigation require. Because likelihood to register Google Form fail very rare. Severity just moderate. So 3. So no mitigation require. Katalah event ni perlu banyak duit. Then participant fee is most important to you. Kalau tak cukup fee, you maybe have to cancel the event. Maybe boleh jadi 4. 4 dah jadi kuning, dah jadi moderate. So you kena mitigate. Apa mitigation dia? Saya fikirlah. Niat to partially fund. Atau you must cari donor to the event. Now bila ada donor, likelihood dia akan mesti 1. Severity dia sebab you dah ada extra fund. Yang ni boleh reduce severity. You tak concern dah dengan collection of fund. Maybe you boleh kata moderate saja. Tapi moderate saja tengok masih 5 kan? Masih 5. So masih 5 maksudnya you have to extremely control the cost. Sebab masih ada risk. So you kena sekarang ni bukan you just sukati je. You have also to embark on cost control. Tapi kalau tadi hijau 3, kita payah buat apa-apa. Okay. I think this international student here. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to speak in Bahasa. Okay, now I speak in English. Okay, now this is risk assessment technique. Someone asking about failure mode effect analysis. Failure mode effect analysis, there is another called it detection. How easy that we can detect these consequences. If it's detectable, then you go into 1. Not detectable, you go to 5. The number of risk index will go very high. Very high mean you have severe, the event is severe, the event likely to occur and not detected. So similar like this, but you have another column, they call it detection, whether that consequences can be detected or not. So what you do from the CPOC, you collect as hazard. Committee is hazard, registration is hazards, participant also hazards. So supplier also hazards. What those supplier? The area of hazard, not saying the supplier is hazard. That's why in aircraft industry, supplier, they are very extreme supplier control requirement in aircraft industry because supplier is a hazards to the industry. That's why supplier need to have several approvals before they can supply aircraft parts and components because they are hazards. Persons are hazard. We are hazards. Why we become hazard? We are not competent. You're not competent running the program. It's hazard. Personnel or members of committee, again, we just talk about delay. So member committee, we can add also consequences, okay, the committee consequences incompetent, okay, sorry, delay, same, delay of the program can happen. Potential cost, incompetent. Incompetent, so that also can cause, it can, there's also the consequences. Committee can also cause the delay because first can be no commitment, second can be incompetent, and many others. You have to digest. You have to dissect. You have to cut this to piece and piece regarding the hazards contributed by the committee. First, we can say commitment. Second, we can say incompetent. Third, we can say what? Yeah, I mean, may not have the time to do it, so that is also commitment. What else? I can think of others. So this is something here we need to work out in detail. You have to fill out the table, and then you can see this mitigation will be the standard procedure in running the program. For example, you can see here, you have to think of interview, and then again, it's still a problem to you. You have to have monitoring program. You have to have meetings. People may ask, why we have to have so many meetings? Why we have to follow what we did? We can do what we want. Again, yes, they can say that, but you know, you have done this analysis, shows that you need to have that for you to be able to ensure commitment. And then you may ask, say, Miat or some others, I need some donors, say a few thousand extra. You may also want to get from the donors, maybe you want to get from any source, some extra fund. Why? Because there's some issue with the registration. You may not get full number of registration. You have to calculate the maximum number of participants or minimum number of participants for you to be able to run the program. If you are totally looking at participants fee, to run the program. Then if that happen, then you have to have contingency. Where in the mitigation, you need to have extra fund from somewhere. So before to run the program, you must think of where to get the extra fund. Not to run the program, suddenly you have no fund to print the merchandise, no fund to print the t-shirt, and you have even no fund to even to ship those merchandise to the participants. So, and those basically always occur because we have not done the risk assessment, we have not done the proper support. You do not know the process, you don't understand the process, you don't know who the customer, what are the outputs you have to get from the process. So those are something you need to do. That's why I am showing you the support and this risk assessment technique for you to be able to run the program successfully. Any question? 5 minutes to 12. I'm trying to be on time. Because this is Sunday, you also need to do things. Your daily chore. Okay, any more question? Anyone to try anything? Anyone to ask? Any ambiguity? Anything that you think confused, or you may think this is irrelevant, and whatever you say, relevant or irrelevant at industry, that's what we did. So I'm teaching you not just I like to teach you, I will teach you something that you need to do later on in industry, whether you like it or not. This is what you need to do. I am just doing audit on one big organization in the country, and first thing that we sit down, we ask for HIRAC. HIRAC, in simple term, we call it risk register. This is the first thing we ask when you went to the factory for the aircraft manufacturing operation. First thing we ask, give us the risk register, risk assessment of the process of the event. And you doing the club, you running event the club, some of the event very careful. Activity outdoor may cause injury, it may cause catastrophic. So for those who are going to do activity outdoor, for the club members, which is at the high risk area like mountain climbing, swimming, anything that any cause injury, this is a must. At least you have anticipation of what to do, what is expected. Okay, any comment, any question? The next session, I will teach you how to manage it as a program, as a project management. And this is also another skill you need to acquire at work, because everything run as project and you must have project management skill. I'm doing this not just for you as doing the club and association activities. I'm doing this for you to coach or to teach you, to lead you to what industry do out there in any of running of program events.